The lighting is rough, but that's just because I feel rough. It's not been a good day, but I just want to film this video so that this week is all set to go, so that tomorrow, Wednesday, when I usually film these videos, because I love time management, I can just sleep. I'm so done. Life is so exhausting. Like, my math teacher that I've talked about, the math teacher from hell, he put in the final test that we took on the first day of December. He put it in yesterday because he sucks at time management as well. Even though I really don't feel like that should be an issue you should have as a teacher, but I digress. So he puts it in today. I might have just said yesterday, but he put them in today. And grades are due for like the teachers to turn them in tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So he needs to make sure that everything's graded and done and all submitted by tomorrow, which means that today, the day that he puts in this very much grade determining test, is the last day that we could ever improve our grades. So if you fucked up that test and your grade is fucked, you only had like maybe 2 hours after he put in the grades before he was going to leave school to fix your grade. And lucky me, I didn't do too well in that test. So kind of ruined my grade. And by ruined, it's not that big of a deal. I had like a 92 for the semester, but it's 1% away from a 93. And I was like, is there any way to get my grade up to a 93? Basically just like ask if he could just bump my grade for nothing, because honestly I worked so fucking hard in that class. But no, because he's awful, he didn't, because he sucks. So he was like, here, you have these 3 tests to do. You can either retake one of these 3 tests, and they should, keyword being should, bring your grade up. He couldn't ensure anything. And I was like, cool, when's the latest I can retake them by? Because who just retakes a test without studying for it? And he was like, today, because I have to get my grades in by tomorrow. And I'm like, great, fun. I love how you screwed over everyone in this equation. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna go study, I guess. So I just wasn't really in my 6th period class. And I just studied kind of for this test. I looked over my last test that I did honestly fine on. I think I got like a C+ or a B- or something. And I thought I understood it, but then when I went to go take the test, I really did not get any of it. I know that I got so much of it wrong, so much that I'm pretty sure I did worse on the retake than I did on the actual test, and all of that was for nothing, and I'm very, very upset. Because honestly, I started taking that test at like 3:20, and I didn't finish it till like 4:20. Like, I honestly took like a whole hour to take that test. And it was just so awful, and I know I did so bad on it, and it's not going to improve my grade. And if he's one of those people that's like, your retakes your new grade, no matter if it's better or worse than like the test you're retaking it for, then my grade probably went down. And all the work that I put in for this whole year is really for nothing. So, honestly, not having the best of days, my dude. It's kind of awful, because I know to a lot of people an A- is really not that big a deal. It's something that people strive for, but I'm like, that's not me. I'm a person who usually gets 100, sometimes above 100 in all of my classes. So getting an A- is just truly so unacceptable. I really don't know what to do. Me and a few of my friends who are also taking this class are thinking of just like doing an online class for this and dropping this class. And I'm 100% up for that, because I can't have this grade. This grade is just, no. I really hate this. It's really the worst thing I've ever had to experience in my entire life. And some people would say it's fine. It's fine, you're taking an honors class. That means it's still an A if it's an A-. But that's only if it's weighted, and weighted GPAs are bullshit, so no one gives a fuck. Like, it's just a no. It's a no from me. And I'm just... Can you just feel how low energy I am? I'm just so done. I'm so tired of fucking doing this shit and working so hard in that class just for it to be nothing. Like, I know that an A minus isn't like nothing, but it's basically worthless. Like, what's the point? You're 1% away from an A. Like, what's the point? There's no point. It's like getting second place. Second place is the worst place to get because you were like that close to first place, but you just didn't make it. So like, what's the point? I just really hate that class, and I really hate that teacher, because who the fuck puts kids through that? Like, that class is so hard. It's so incredibly difficult. Like, I don't understand how you could do well in that class. Like, it's impossible. And I'm pretty sure I'm, like, one of the top performing students because, like, I'm really not doing that bad. It's just so hard. Like, ugh. He said he was gonna go in and do some, like, tweaking by hand to just, like, fix people's grades. I really doubt that I'm gonna be one of them. Because, like, he's probably just gonna assume, oh, an A minus is good enough. He's probably just gonna bump the people who are really doing bad in that class. But, you know, if you have to do that, you would just probably realize that you're making the class too hard. Or you're not teaching enough. Which he's not, so... I'm just really done. Don't want to take that class. And literally right after that, I had to go to rehearsal, and oh my god, I hate it so much. It's only the second day, and I already want to kill everyone there. It's just, I hate how unprofessional everyone is, and I don't care if that's, like, expected. It shouldn't have to be acceptable. Like, just because I'm working with teenagers doesn't mean that they all have to be fucking idiots. Doesn't mean that they all just don't have to care about what they're doing. Like, this is an elected thing to do. If you don't want to do the work, then don't be here. I don't understand why people don't get that. It's so awful being there with them. Thankfully, one of the most rambunctious of the group wasn't there today. So, that was better, but most of it was just so loud and obnoxious, and everyone was just like, give me attention, give me attention. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, we were all picking parts from our ensemble, because we're doing a musical, we're doing The Wiz. And everyone was picking their parts from the ensemble to be like, who's gonna be in which scene? And there were just, like, such an annoying group of people who always raise their hand to be in everything, because they just want the most attention. And I'm just like, shut up. You suck. This play, this musical, even though it's like, it's probably gonna be better than the other ones we've done, it's not gonna be good, because nobody here is that good. And everyone's not gonna put the work in that we need for it, because yesterday we had the option to not have rehearsal today, because we had plans to do dance choreography, but our choreographer had to cancel last minute, so we had the option to, like, not do rehearsal. Or we had the option to, like, go to rehearsal and, like, work out the blocking. But I suggested that we just figure out the characters, because I thought that was going to be more important, and that's what we ended up doing. But one of the girls in the cast, who I really liked because I thought she was really professional and easy to work with, she started complaining because she was like, I really wish we could just have, like, 2 days off. Like, why did everyone vote for us to do blocking today? And I'm like, because it matters. She's like, but we have so much time for it. And I'm like, do you really not realize how little time we have? Like, we only have 3 months. It's really not enough time. Everyone thinks that it's just enough time. It's like, everyone has such low expectations on what the show is going to be. They're just like, if they think it's okay, or if they feel like they know what they're doing, or I think, like, above all, if they think that they're having fun, it's okay. And I'm like, those, I guess, are semi-important, but, like, just because you're having fun doesn't mean it's a good show. Like, the last show we put on fucking sucked. The last musical we put on was awful. I know I made, the video that I made on it, I've been thinking about that a lot. Like, I said it was good, it really wasn't. Like, because you associate, when you're doing a show, you associate a good show with having fun, and it's just really not the same thing. Like, just because you're having fun doesn't mean that you put on a good show, and that show was truly awful. No one knew what they were doing. The costumes were awful. Our choreo was awful. No one knew any of the lines. The set wasn't finished. Like, it was really bad, and I feel like this is going to be the same thing, because people don't realize how much time and effort actually goes into making a good show, and I'm just like, you guys all suck. I really don't want to have to work with them again because I know that everyone's just going to come to me and ask me what's going on because it's already starting. I can feel it. Because I'm the only one who's professional enough to pay attention, and people notice that. So when people who are being unprofessional and not knowing what the fuck they're supposed to be doing come to me, I'm just not going to tell them anymore. I'm fucking done being the nice person that's supposed to help everyone. This show's going to sink without my help. I don't care. I really don't care. My song is going to be good. That's all I care about. Everyone else can suffer. If they're not professional enough to figure it out on their own, well, that's them, and they're going to have an awful show because of it. And I don't care. I truly don't care anymore. I don't care about my math class. I don't care about the show being good. I don't care about anything. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.